On October 20th, 1973, after 15 years of planning and construction, Australia unveils one of the most recognizable buildings in the world, the Sydney Opera House. On that day, boats filled the harbour and more than 1 million people gathered at Bennelong Point as Queen Elizabeth II officially opened the Opera House. The ceremony featured fireworks, marching bands, and a performance of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, chosen to express the elation of the moment with its iconic Ode to Joy. It was a fitting celebration for a monument that symbolizes imagination, ambition, and art itself. The building's creator, Danish architect Jørn Utzon, had dared to dream of a structure unlike anything else on Earth. His soaring white sails seemed to rise naturally from Sydney Harbour, in a design that defied convention and tested engineering limits. Though Utzon's journey with the project ended before completion, his vision transformed architecture forever. Funded in part by the Opera House lotteries, the $80 million project opened as a hub for music, theater, and performance. Its first production, Prokofiev's opera War and Peace, launched a new era of Australian culture. In the decades that followed, the Opera House became a global icon, home to more than 3,000 performances each year. During the opening ceremony, Aboriginal actor Ben Blakeney, a descendant of 18th century Indigenous leader Bennelong, stood atop the tallest sail to welcome all to the site. He sought to honor the First Nations people who had called Australia home for thousands of years, proclaiming, quote, "I am Bennelong, and my spirit and the spirit of my people lives, and their dance, their music, and their drama and their laughter also remains." End quote. Queen Elizabeth II perhaps said it best that day, quote, "The human spirit must sometimes take wings or sails and create something that is not just utilitarian or commonplace." End quote. From that moment, the Sydney Opera House has stood not just as a building, but as a living testament to creativity, a space where art, music, and culture continue to unite the world. 50 years later, the sails of the Sydney Opera House still rise above the harbour. It's a masterpiece of human imagination and endurance, reminding us that the boldest ideas can reshape the world. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1774, the Continental Congress agrees to boycott all British goods because of the Intolerable Acts. In 1803, the U.S. Senate approves the purchase of the Louisiana Territory from France. In 1944, U.S. General Douglas MacArthur fulfills his 1942 promise and returns to the Philippines. Also in 1944, 2 natural gas storage tanks explode in Cleveland, Ohio, killing 130 people. In 1968, American Dick Fosbury uses his Fosbury flop to set an Olympic record in the high jump. In 1977, 3 members of Southern rock band Lynyrd Skynyrd die in a plane crash in Mississippi. In 2011, brutal Libyan dictator Gaddafi is killed by rebels after 42 years in power. And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. Where did a 1966 landslide level a school, killing more than 100 children? England, Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland? Liked learning about the Sydney Opera House? Then you'll love this one about another iconic work of architecture, the Parthenon. Tap the screen to keep the story going on Today in History.